transMission reunited with one of their original members, Phil Lager, in a late-night worship concert.
Hey, this is Marty Michaels, and I'm here with my good friend, Phil Lager. This week has been, pretty crazy. Phil has been in Australia for 6 or 7 years, or however long it's been. So we don't get to see each other on a regular basis, but times like this when we get to kind of be physically in the same place, they're real special moments. And it's kind of surreal just kind of being in this place, I guess, for this event specifically. It really is crazy. We've always dreamed about doing stuff like this, and now it's actually happening, and we get to do it with all of our Salvation Army friends from around the world. It's pretty cool.
It's a cool relationship that, God sort of knit our hearts together in worship, and just to be able to lead people. We both have a heart for the Army to enter into worship.
Yeah. It's really, I think the biggest blessing for me is the fact that, when we write these songs, whether it's together or separate even, we don't really think that they're going to end up in somebody else's CD player or on their iPhones, or it's just they're born out of personal experiences, and I think that the case for both of us has been that the Lord has really started to, where He started something in us a long time ago, where over time they just started to blossom and be discovered by other people, and they seem to resonate in other people's hearts. And being a part of this big army is really such a great thing, but at the same time it's a small world, in that we'll meet people, especially at this event, we'll meet people from all over the world who say, I remember this song, I remember the first time I heard it, and I'm just, in my wildest imagination, I couldn't come up with that, thinking that somebody from Switzerland or South America, or even on the other side of the world in Indonesia, that they would even know our stuff. But it's been really rewarding and such a blessing to get to do that.
The Salvation Army across the world is heavily involved in social justice issues. A panel of global experts discuss how people of faith can better contribute to the fight for social justice in the 21st century.
We're getting ready to go into the meeting that is a caring army, and it's all going to be focused on social justice. And so we wanted, before the meeting, before people were even going in, that they would already start to think about the social justice issues. And what I've been doing is trying to draw attention to the caged bird, and all of the young people and those who are oppressed around the world who have had their voice stolen from them. And so I just was here just painting very simply something about freedom, so that when people came up to me I could talk to them about the subject and tell them that we're going to be going into a meeting to see how the Army has responded to these needs.
These victims can't speak for themselves, so we're speaking out for them and telling other people about what is going on through human trafficking.
We caught up with delegates attending the Boundless Women's Gathering and why it's important to have these types of events.
I think it's important to have any gathering, but this is just special for women to share what they're doing around the world, because not every woman around the world has a voice.
We like to feel that we have something to give to society as a woman, whether married or single, which I am. We feel that we have a contribution to make in the world today, in society.
There are things that my husband can share with men on a level that I can't share with men, and there are things that I can share with my sisters in the Lord that men can't share with us. So that camaraderie is very important.
Women who are unified all over the world, women who have the same vision, want to see ourselves together as one, so that we can win souls for the kingdom of God.
The Boundless Trade Shop has been extremely busy all week, supplying the world with Army merchandise and hosting book signings with former international leaders.
Okay, right now we're here at the SBNS Trade Shop, and we're with General John Larson, and he is signing copies of his latest book, Those Incredible Booths. This looks at the lives of the 8 children of William and Catherine, and the impact that they had on the growing army at the turn. I think it's significant that the three retired generals' books are being published at International Congress, as it recognises the international leadership of those 3 generals over the periods of their generalship. The 3 titles do cover very specific areas of interest, with General Paul Rader and Commissioner Rader's book looking back at some of the speeches and the papers that they presented during the course of their leadership. General John Larson's book looks at the Booth children and really follows on from his other books, 1929 and Inside a High Council. General Shaw Clifton's book is something rather different. In fact, it is his 1988 doctoral thesis that has been updated and brought into the present context, and it looks at the army and its attitude to warfare, going right through from the Crimean War to the end of the Second World War and the implications of the atomic bomb.
Before we close, we hear from the 6th verse of O Boundless Salvation. The tide is now flowing, I'm touching the wave. I hear the loud call of the mighty to save. My faith's growing bolder, delivered I'll be. I plunge beneath the waters, they roll over me. For Salvation Army Today, I'm Chris Raymer. God bless.